The T-side start for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Vitality picked up that knife right then. Let's get into this one, shall we? We got dual Berettas for ZywOo. I seem to remember them finding some decent success back on Nuke. So let's be sure to keep an eye on it. Pretty cool, calm and collected opener here, right? Nitro wanted to bring the boys into this one slowly. Not called anything super quick out of the gate.
Slow yet steady. He'll be lobbing in a smoke and a flash over that A site as Liquid take mid from top and bottom at the same time. Info, almost gone, but dupreeh gets that quick spot before the smoke blooms. They know what's going on. Vitality, they don't have a kit. Retake will be a very difficult predicament. ZywOo looking from afar with those dualies, and they're running right his way, smoking the apps. He doesn't have to worry about it yet. Nitro's very late. Apex gets gooshed on the cross in, and Liquid have control of the site.
Yeah, he's only got half the mag left, does ZywOo. Yakindar's keeping them pinned in over in the market. This is a little weird here, but it's ZywOo to break the silence. There's one from his dualies. Oh, it's a big reload, and they're right here to shut him out of the round. Nitro with that trade. And the retake having to come through, a man down, but dupreeh's changed the tide. Magisk alongside him, this Danish duo hits the ground running. Nitro's boxed in with these dualies, picked them up off ZywOo's body, putting them to use like only ZywOo could. It's Nitro stepping up and finding this pistol round. dupreeh does not have the time, and so Team Liquid kickstart this one in a big way.
What a robbery for Nitro, and we were just talking about it as well. Career highs for this guy coming in off the back of Copenhagen at the end of last year, and he's dragging them kicking and screaming into a third map here for Team Liquid. You know, when I saw Mirage as a third map of this series, my brain went to one place, and it was back at Cologne 2019. Where Liquid completed their Grand Slam run with this same core of NAF, Allegiant, Nitro. You know how they did it, Harry? They did it on Mirage at the end of a BO5, and they did it against a French team, Vitality. The question today is, will history repeat itself, or will Vitality write new chapters in this book of 2023?
Well, they've come in with a big force. They want to apply that pressure straight away. Yakindar running riot down in mid, given a lot of freedom here. Up through connector, playing around these smokes. This smoke at the top of Com was dropped in by Team Liquid, and now he looks to come through it. He'll just wait, trying to gauge a reaction. That smoke's now been replenished, and that's when he looks to make his move. Magisk dinked. The MAC-10 shows its hand. They know that Yakindar's out at the stairs. They're hoping this is going to force a bit of a rotate, but Vitality is sticking to their guns on this one. They came into this round with a heavy B lean, and they've not up and left it. Fancy footwork on the ladder from MIRAGE. Good way to find dupreeh. Apex with a response. And now they might look to send this bomb back, looking like they want to try and join up with Yakindar again, but he's been deleted at the stairs. They hoped he would roll out the red carpet for the A play. That's got to fall to NAF instead, and he will win that must-win fight. More where that came from, and we're into a 1v1.
Oh, it's messy. Apex, third time's the charm. Smooth moves into the window. And you see those success rates pop up. Nitro favored, and it's not just from position either. With the bomb planted, the health advantage, the weapon, it all leans in the favor of Liquid's captain, but Apex wants to take his crown. Round the corner, Nitro closes, and Liquid don't get forced upon. It's a costly round, but it's one they finally run away with. Back when they took the pistol on Nuke, Vitality flipped the script with a force buy of their own. Liquid will stamp it out early.
This little move out of MIRAGE, we do like that.
Hitting space on the ladder and just going flying.
Swing and a miss, marveled at though as Captain America holds the line down.
Oh, I love this call as well. It's very risky against common B stacks. We saw it last round, but Vitality, even though they've got everyone here, they're not armed for the job. OC's MAC-10 jumping through, finds the info. dupreeh is right below. Liquid can stop and wait for some gunfights, but they're coming to them. Apex gets a headshot. dupreeh drops the bomb. It's all coming up Vitality.
This has come to a screeching halt. They're trying to get the bomb out of there, out of the danger zone, but into dupreeh they go. Just Yakindar left. He might have the bomb on his back, but he is outnumbered. He is outgunned. Magisk, a spinning top that Yakindar can't put a stop to. And the reality of this situation sets in. A 1v4 being asked of Yakindar. The odds against him. This was just pistols for Vitality. This was meant to be easy street for Team Liquid. And now the whole squad looks on as Yakindar tries to do the impossible.
Every contingency being watched, every escape route blocked. Yakindar doesn't even want to take the AK and give away his position. dupreeh and uncrouch, and there's the info. Yakindar goes back, can swap out guns, may as well. But 30 seconds, and the back door closed. Apex has padlocked the flank. And Yakindar, if he wants to save, Vitality have nothing to lose in hunting in the final few seconds. He could die after time. Might not be up to Yakindar in this round.
Huge round for dupreeh as well, right? Like, what a time to deliver. 5-7 and a dream as they walk into his crosshair. And he's even the guy looking to knock this gun out right at closing time. Yakindar's getting hunted. They're coming from all sides. They don't want you getting out with this AK, bud. But he will just hold on to it.
A small victory, but that is a full eco win nearly for Vitality. They buy a couple of pistols, no Kevlar, and they get it done with a B-stack. Liquid run right into the Lion's Den. And surprise, surprise, it's full of Lions. Vitality from a MAC-10 to an AWP, they've got it all in this round as Liquid fall back to just pistols.
With that AWP, ZywOo's wasting no time on getting involved, right?
Oh.
It was a timid-looking ZywOo to open up this series. And well, in this one, he tries to play with the confidence, but ends up on the receiving end of Nitro. There's Yakindar with this hero gun, putting it to work. Elige moving up through the short side, and mid conceded. Apex tries to move in, and we'll get a bit of a handle on it. Doesn't know the full extent to which mid has been lost yet, though, so he's just floating around in the window room, and Elige can wait here. Wait to see if there's any sort of response from the captain of Vitality.
They can really cool off. They just have so much position with the Elige up in ladder, and with this AWP for OC, he's just holding from top mid. He's hoping Vitality feed him. Will there be an aggressive mid-round move, or do they stick to their guns, one per site? Even a shuffle of the setup for Vitality could cost them a kill. And that really will roll out the red carpet for Liquid, so no one budges, but just sticks out under. Apex holds for the jungle cross and the window boost, a lot of responsibility and not a lot to hold it off with. A smoke, but it's a B take. Will anyone make the read, or is it once again down to dupreeh?
It's fitting that there's a Dane on either bomb side, right? dupreeh, one of these culprits, one of the guys who tried to keep NA on the back foot for so long, now has to step up in this round. They're already out, they're already moving in, and he is gone immediately. Naf with the deagle opens it up, and OC seals the deal. That AWP scavenged from ZywOo in his attempt at a big play to open up this round. And it ended up being the first move that dug this shallow grave for Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, it's a confident start for ZywOo to open a round like that, but you know that Liquid is still on pistols. You know their money isn't built up yet, so they have nothing to lose in going for a quick mid-take. Add on to the fact that they're probably not even expecting the AWP this early in the CT side. Liquid just run it down. And OC is laughing all the way to the bank, a discount. As Liquid find a 3-1 lead despite that eco win for Vitality. Quite a resurgence.
Yeah, that is a big course correction for Liquid to have found. Over in the Vitality camp, thanks to this save, they are going to be able to bring weapons out again, right? They have a chance to keep this one competitive, but the way this gets out of hand is if this round right here ends up coming up short for Vitality, then Liquid would be given quite the berth into the lead to open up this third and final map in a series where the winner goes on. Their story in Katowice not yet over. Facing G2 in that semi-final. Kindar leads the charge up through the connector. He's fast as he goes, but Spinks is waiting for it. In at ramp, Dupree drops the bomb, and Magisk is there to trade every step of the way. It's a good return to form here for Vitality.
Oh, those steps, they bait him away. Spinks is just walking in, and OC gets nothing done with that AWP at the end. Vitality respond. They leave Apex solo B there as well. That's even a position change we've seen for Vitality, leaving the captain as the anchor of the B bomb site. A heavy A setup. They read Liquid well again. It really has been a mind game in this series between these squads. With an in-game leader for Liquid returned after an absent couple of years and bringing better form for Liquid, not just individually, but in the pieces he has around him. And on Vitality, a one-star entry turned into captain, an emotional player in Apex, with highs, with lows, but which story will be told by the end of this evening? Will it be one of defeat or one of dominance? One of horror or one of heroism? Let's find out.
Mid-smoke in early. ZywOo's trying to make another one of these plays to open up the round. Makes it onto the catwalk, so he will be unscathed. Gets out of there after that shot, just sails on by with the AWP. Mid taken at an alarming pace here. Vitality have got all these little extremities locked down though. The only kind of hole right now, the only way in, is getting past Spinks and splitting into this B site, which looks to be the game plan. They found Spinks, but the apartments play does get locked out. Dupree and ZywOo with the killer piece. ZywOo's combat AWPing here, but rotates are starting to move in. That spam connects, it's nearly on, and OC will pick it up. They've turned the tide in this from 3 on 4. And now teed up for the win in this round. Magisk moving in late. And what's he expected to do here? There's one kill in the right direction, but still a long ways to go. OC and Elige do not want to give this to him. Magisk, though, in a mood to take it all away. A 1v1 teed up. Elige left to get past, and Magisk low on HP. A swing and a miss, just comes up short. A damn good attempt, but snuffed out by Elige on the other side.
Yeah, great to see Elige just coming into this series with such creative form as well. That was almost a complete throwaway for Liquid in the 3-on-1. Elige enters the third map as the only positive player for Team Liquid, whereas Vitality sit on 3. That should surprise you, given ZywOo's tendency to sit high above his roster. But Elige ends that chance, ends that clutch, and keeps Liquid flowing on this T side, 4-2. Some great entries into B from Naf and OC.
And one can only imagine the collective sigh of relief when Elige puts a stop to Magisk, who's kind of in his element, pulling around back from nowhere. That feeling of relief now could turn into a very lucrative chance for Team Liquid throughout the opening stages of this third map. They've kind of been in the driver's seat, right? They've been in these positions to break Vitality's money. And this one is no exception to that.
Yeah, we've just seen a lot of stacks on the CT side, right? A lot of just different opening positions. ZywOo starting B, Apex being solo B in a gun round with that ramp setup where they've just got 2 kills, or Dupree got 2 kills. There's been a lot of different setups here for Vitality. So Liquid calling it default here is a nice way to start another important gun round, as you said, to break that money. They wait to see if Vitality want to give us any round openers. And other than the stacks, they are absent, but this is a nice one. It's always a safe one, you feel. And the bomb back around. Liquid lurching dangerously into the eye of the storm. Vitality with 4 strong, but that kill might change everything. Kinda almost converts a follow-up spray. Nitro's taking the space, but that's the bomb. Jumping at the gun. OC loses it, and Vitality, even though they lost the B site, was fully open for the taking. They have the package.
This kill has to come in. Magisk hears Naf running back. He's toying with him right now. But it is going to leave this must-win fight on Yekindar. If he falls here, that's the round. The bomb is away from them. 25 seconds. Nitro too far removed. He is not going to be the hero here. He's not going to be that guy. And with Naf moving in far too late on this one, Liquid start to realize that it's done. Their best efforts will not be enough here, and that this round gets away from them. For OC, we put a lot of praise on this guy to open up the series. He had a great turnaround on Overpass, was one of the driving forces behind Liquid's legendary comeback. There, it's a slight misstep. It's moving one step too far that makes all the difference in that round.
That's such an awful mistake. Even if it was cool to like move up on ramp, he doesn't take it slow, he doesn't clear his spots, he just runs around the corner. And I don't think it was cool because Nitro was looking into B with Yekindar's opening kill. That MAC-10 was about to completely empty the B site. Liquid just had so much room on stairs that OC tries to get involved, and that is a big mistake that might cost the momentum for Liquid. The money-breaking round removed. Sure, another one presented, but one that Liquid don't sit as pretty in. Palace pop. ZywOo's scout awaits, but not forever. Fake out towards B, Util thrown in. Again, a ruse, a rumble as Liquid creep out into the empty bomb site.
Yeah, Vitality have fallen for this hook, line, and sinker. They were fully pulling everyone over towards B. Spinks might reside in Con, and ZywOo will have a chance, but no! OC gets the bomb down! Naf's got his back! I can't believe he's just survived that there.
That turnaround, he put his hitbox away. ZywOo looked for the headshot, he even lined it up, but there was no way he was going to get it. It was on the ground. Nitro, even exits to be found, and he's got the Tech-9 to tear through to. That is a brutal way to lose your money for Vitality. As big an issue as it was for OC in the round prior. Everything opens up there from the Frenchman. Poor ZywOo, robbed of that round completely. Naf couldn't have hit the timing better if he tried.
Oh, if that ends up being the round that comes back to haunt you, it's gonna hurt. Both teams have had their fair share of missteps here to open up Mirage. ZywOo trying to set the record straight with his deagle. The path to recovery could be opened up if this guy gets switched online. Done his part in the round, or so you'd like to think. 2 should be enough. Bomb doesn't want to commit, and Yekindar's locked in this fight. Dupree made some steps there. ZywOo's pushing all the way through. All the way through. They are watching for this. Won't be able to add another to the tally, but he spots that bomb going back. It's not about the kill in this instance. It's the info that ZywOo just gained.
Dupree's got a smoke. He can drop it at the last second as well. Magisk is even setting up for a hot flank, but they won't go for it. And he hears this every single step. Surely they start walking. There's no confirmation anymore. There's no guarantees. Yekindar's out under, and while they don't know about Magisk sitting at top mid, Vitality still think this is a B Apartments crawl. They could not be further from the truth. Liquid don't know, but them walking top mid is the best fake out they could have possibly amounted to. A 3-on-4, but they have the open door of this A site.
All right, Magisk going to be hot on their heels, right? That's the one advantage of having him pushed up in top mid like that. He's trying to close the net. Vitality still want to give this round a go. Hell, ZywOo started it with a fantastic sequence on that deagle, and they don't want it to be in vain. Grouping back at CT. No rotate through the window. Dupree's locked in a permanent fight here. Time's going to be the problem. Magisk getting activated through Palace, but it is being held. ZywOo moving into the site. Back turn. Damage done from his deagle, but not the killing blow. And now he's that last man, the last domino to fall. Comes up short, brings OC down to 1 HP.
And that misread, or rather that misinformation, not even a wrong read. Liquid play with their food, and Vitality stacking B gives Liquid so much time to get into good post plants. They have ramp, Palace, and jungle. What a crossfire for a triple plant. And they just pick them apart one by one. Great T-side for Liquid. It's fantastic to have Twists on the desk as well. Ex-Liquid player, part of the Grand Slammer. Talking about how much Liquid love this map.
And you're seeing that, you know, they've got a lot of ideas here.
Yeah.
They don't look as flustered in the mid-round.
Vitality are finding out the hard way. Liquid have come to play. They could brush off Nuke very easily, as much as Vitality did back after that first map comeback. Great shot for Yakinda. Again, snipes one through the smoke. Spinks has been getting bested in this position by the king of Connector himself. Elige doesn't check the corner, but USP had to hit the double dink, and it does. OC trades out, and there's still only one man in the site, but he's unarmed and unable to hold back this tide of T's. ZywOo stuck between a rock and a hard place, but he's got a gun to save.
Yeah, Naf doesn't want to let him get away with it, so he won't. The dink traded either which way, but it's Liquid building on this T-side momentum, ramping up come the third map.
This is scary, Harry.
You know, while we talked about Elige being that kind of standout player, the very easy guy to identify all the way back on Overpass, when we got to Nuke, it was Naf trying to answer the call. He's kept up appearances here into the third map, and alongside him, it's Nitro, topping charts.
It's got to feel so good. For a guy who was unsure whether he either wanted to play this game, to be this influential. That's a nice start, though. Spinks forces the kill to Yakinda, finally gets the revenge on the head-to-head that has been so unfavorable. But Liquid aren't fearful of middle. They continue to move through. Spinks is going to... Oh, he missed it. He missed that info. Goes both ways. He can't repeat. They're on the angle, but he's going to swing anyway without a flash. A reposition still gives Liquid berth into this B site.
Yeah, a lot of room to work with, but now you got to nail it, and Dupree's not making life easy for them. 3 bullets left. Can't get out the window. Dupree with the lock-in. A beautiful round. He's rising to the occasion. Underwhelming when he first joined Vitality, but it really matters. Dupree is topping the charts.
Him and Magisk were monsters back on Overpass. That double B hold, Liquid could not get through on their T side. Sure, we don't have to think about how it ended for Vitality, but it was a great start from the Danes to begin this series. And if they can end it as such, to once again be the thorn in Liquid's side. Zonic, Stoic, not shouting, not cheering them on, not yet, because Vitality have little to celebrate despite that B-hole for Dupree. They are still down by 3 rounds. And Liquid have more in the cannon. Oh, not afraid to get involved. They like their mid-pick last round and they'll run it back.
Yeah, they want to bring the fight to Team Liquid. They were expecting a lot more respect here, but somehow Yakinda is the one to win this. Not meant to come up in his favor there. Flash is streaming over to complement the mid push, but Yakinda holds the line. That is a big double kill. It is dug a very rough hole to get out of here for Vitality.
And that's why, you know, the conversation of Yakinda v Spinks as firepower additions to these rosters that were meant to improve them, that were meant to make them some of the best teams in the world is so interesting. Because as Matthew said, coming into map 2, Spinks, he's not an opener on the T side. He's not a guy we're going to see forcing fights. He's a rock. He's an anchor. He's a guy you can rely on. And while he still sits top mid hearing this rotation, he can't stop this play. Yakinda on the other side, he's one of the best T-side entries in the world right now. And arguably could have gone higher, could have gone to greener pastures. But he wanted Liquid and Liquid wanted him. Nitro's completely faked this round out. Even though Magisk has cleared the B apartments, it's
the bomb's coming back. The bomb's coming back.
Oh, Nitro
Apex
at least wins, but they've got to run past Magisk.
They don't know that Magisk is here. This round is not over yet. This round is not safe yet. Magisk with the trigger discipline. Oh my goodness. He's trying to take it all away. And with that kill there, Magisk the Marauder might have done it. Robs them of the bomb, even though he goes down. Time is the enemy. Time is the problem.
He's got to hide.
They've got to get past Spinks, who just waits. 1 kill in the right place. He slowed the bomb down. Oh, 1 second. second, but Napa's got it!
Under the van! He shot him in his feet! 20 health! 1 bullet, it's all it took! And Naf finds the kill with a second to spare.
What a roller coaster of a round! Liquid were never safe, never assured. You thought that Magisk won it all with this. But Naf, a last second kill. 1 second. The difference between winning that round or facing humiliation. And Naf answers the call.
That should kill you. That should kill you mentally. Elise thought it was over.
Elise didn't even realize they won the round.
He had Bomb out jumping at Abs, not even enough time to plant. And it's Naf who didn't trust that white van parked down the hallway at the end of the street. Oh my goodness. What a time to step up. We'll be seeing everyone spam that angle from now on. Vitality, how do you recover from this?
They've been dealt some really rough hands, but there's nothing worse than standing on the edge of a victory like that with plays made like that, only to have it robbed, and I mean robbed. A buzzer beater. And it's really changed the flow of this. One that Vitality believed they could recover. Now is in a position for Liquid to sweeten the deal. To run away with the T-side half.
If they hadn't already, and it could get better. Vitality feel the pressure. They bought 2 rifles in an eco round. 1 already removed down under. The other traded back to ZywOo. Spinks got beat up in mid, but he did win that head-to-head against Yukindar. Something to be said for it. Smoke down in window. Again, pulls the blanket, the wool, over Vitality's eyes, and another gamble that will leave them lacking yet again. Dupree, whatever position he picks, he has to get away with a couple of kills here to even make Vitality tempted in this round, because Liquid are contacting once more.
It was Dupree with a 5-7 early in this game, who upset everyone, upset everything. Put a smile on Vitality's faces, he did. And now he's got to deliver those similar sort of heroics all over again. They're about to move his way. Here's that molly, and just as he turns, just as he takes his eyes off the prize, Naf moves in. Slow on the approach, but quick on the exec, and well, this one has come together for Team Liquid. They breeze past the hero gun.
He's looking to pick it up, Apex, but the Liege is top mid. Ooh, he's getting jiggled and wiggled on, and Apex does find that kill. But this is not a retake round for Vitality. They're on damage control. They're on saving, trying to rip rifles out of Team Liquid setup. But it's still a 9-round T side. This is impeccable for Liquid, and you still have to wonder what it could have been if Naf didn't find that 1-second shot to Spinks. But Vitality must fight on. Liquid find a 9th round on this T side. And as much as ZywOo wasn't required back at the start of Overpass, OC hasn't been needed here either. He's still bottom of the board. But Mr. Consistent, the backbone of Liquid, Naf, he's the one leading the fray, side by side with Nitro. And Vitality need your energy more than ever.
Yeah, what's so threatening is, you know, we've seen ZywOo try his hand at these opening moves and so often come up short on this 3rd map. It's not through lack of trying. It's Liquid locking him down, locking him out. A true test for Apex and for Zonic. They've got to come up with solutions here, because so far it's been one and done rounds on this CT side, and that is the extent of it. We have yet to see a streak for Vitality. This really is their last chance to get one going.
But it's a lack of AWP again. Liquid, keep it easy, keep it breezy, and swing their way into that A site. There's no one even here. They're just back in CT, is trapped now. He's going to drop a smoke to try and escape. Can play above it as well. The Liquid are coming through. They're waiting for Yakinda and Connector. Spinks, again, locked in this duel. Ooh, nice jump from Magisk and a messy spray for Nitro that will have to be down to OC to trade out. Nitro still lives. Spinks turns his back on mid, finally conceding all of this information to stop the A attack, but they are not committed. That bomb's all the way back. Dupree wins his fight, but Elige is still unsuspected, unknown about in middle, and that bomb picked back up. Liquid are committing.
Now, when you see you deal with Yakinda, you shouldn't be ready for a second, but Spinks, he had a funny feeling. Goes back through that con smoke, lives to tell the tale. They're trying to stumble back to their feet here. Liquid doing all they can to deny it, but it's only a matter of time. Nitro alone in the clutch, and they know where he is. He's boxed in, and Spinks is there to drive it home. A big hat trick, a big 3K round.
Yeah, Spinks has been getting iced out in this game, right? Even though his scoreline isn't necessarily poor, it's the fight he's been losing towards Yakinda. Couple of openers here on the CT side, but by and large, been getting beaten that head-to-head. Finally, a multi-kill to be proud of that might give Vitality a leg to stand on right at the end of the half. If they can finally break that curse and net 2 in a row, this should be it. There's no excuses for Vitality. If they want to win this game, they need this round.
ZywOo ready for that one, OC. On the receiving end of this AWP. Knocked out of the round very, very early. And when you see that AWP in play, when you see ZywOo already a kill deep, it is going to put a seed of doubt in your mind. How are we going to jiggle him around? How are we going to avoid that? You don't want to go running into it. Liquid have had the fear put in them. They've slowed down on this progressive taking middle, so they're going to look for solutions elsewhere on the map. They will go ahead and actually take mid a little later, grouped up with 3 here. Naf just waiting on the ramp side. All the makings of an A split, but it's all posted over on the catwalk. Isn't going to get given a fight, won't be given an angle. Vitality are pushed up over towards the ramp, and there's that pesky ZywOo AWP again, firing off. Now Yakinda to contest with. Flash sails past him, and Yakinda hits that shot. Another needed. Not quite, it's close, but Magisk holds the line, and Vitality find a couple to close out this last half of play. In an impossible series, Liquid lead the way. At the end of that first half, they're up 9-6 for Vitality. There's this feeling in the air that if it hadn't got away from them on overpass, if that comeback hadn't come through, then this series would already be over. But instead, it's Liquid in pole position, fighting for that spot in the semi-finals.
Yeah, not just making history, but breaking history again. That BO5 Pro League Finals, the Vitality just edged out, long forgotten if Liquid locked them out of a semi-final in the Spodek. A fast B play for Vitality. Naf, he's been a rock this series, and he's already locked out by flashes. It's going to have to be a retake here for Liquid, but they do have the kit for it. Vitality taking a lot of space in that post-plant already, pushed into the market. Ooh, ZywOo gets caught. Yakinda starts the storm, and Liquid come in on the flank.
Elige here as well. Don't know exact numbers yet, so Spinks in a bit of a rough spot, needs to try and contain this, needs to stop them spilling out because his teammates are falling like flies. There's one. Dupree from back at the bench, just trying to play time, trying to win this one of the clock. That is a big dink, but now Dupree's got to do it alone. It was never going to be easy. He's getting overwhelmed. They're all around him, and the pistol is found. Team Liquid pick it up. Double digits locked in. And ZywOo, the first to fall, holding the apartment, so much on his plate, and he had that chance to put a stop to it.
It really is feeling like a series of what-ifs, of what-if rounds, of what-if maps, of what-if comebacks for Vitality. And they're running out of room, running out of time this evening to end the quarterfinals. Liquid are on a hot streak, beating back against Spirit in the group stage, what they couldn't do at Rio, ending FaZe's Grand Slam run attempt here at Katowice, and now trying to stop the first Spodek appearance from being anything but just that. ZywOo will trade though.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this being ZywOo's debut in the Spodek, right? And, regardless of what happens here, there's no taking away the fact that Liquid have disrupted his debut performance, right? They've thrown it through a loop, and they're going to get to hold on to that if they keep this up. You never get that first time again, but that's an important fight for Dupree to win out. Naf is in a great spot to cause a bit of a ruckus here. Spinks moving back in, is out for blood. And with that double kill, he's teed up Vitality, a 3v1. They just need to discover which side of the map is empty. And Nitro about to get spotted. It's the bomb down in lower. ZywOo's got him locked in. So there's the reply.
Yeah, that is a win condition, right? Not just ZywOo getting back online, but Spinks continuing his upward climb. He started very cold in this map, but towards the end of the CT side, we saw his confidence come back. 3-0 in opening duels, was taking a lot of quick fight out through Connector on CT side. Was starting to get the better of Yakinda by the end of that map, or first half rather. But that has to keep going and keep building. They at least break the money. Liquid put to pistols again. But just gets every step up in Palace. Not going to dethrone this guy anytime soon. 5-on-3. Kill that must be taken, and Yakinda misses that opportunity. Vitality will not give him a second one.
Magic just waits, and they keep offering him these fights, so he'll keep taking them. 3K in the round. And Vitality teed up for this conversion. In spite of the force out of Liquid, it gets nothing done. Magisk does not forgive and forget. This one's teed up. Now, when you've seen 3 pushing Palace, you are paranoid about the stack. That's why it's a little slower here, leaving nothing a chance. No stone unturned for Vitality. But they will have this round in the bag.
Yeah, they've lifted every pebble. And they know what this is for Liquid before it's even called the save of pistols back at B. A fresh feeling of relief for Vitality, who felt this game, this series, this chance at a semi slipping through their fingers, now been unearthed by that force by victory. Planting their feet firmly to start this T-side comeback. And again, as much as ZywOo's disappearance on Overpass at the first half in a 13-2 CT side didn't feel necessary, didn't feel like a problem, it was by the end of that game. The same thing can be said about OC here, who's had a strong series, who had a hot start, who looked decent on Nuke despite Liquid's loss. Well, he's now gone cold and quiet. And if Vitality are going to start picking up steam, fighting for this tooth and nail, then we need OC's AWP to come back into the picture. That'll be some time still. One more eco for Team Liquid. Vitality cashing in their freebies while they still can.
Gamble stack called, everyone leaning over towards B, with the exception of Yakinda. And it looks like he will be the guy getting tested. This solo A-hold, just a deagle and the armor behind it. So the odds are against him. Feels like a bit of an understatement here as Vitality just loom outside of the A site, ready to move in with all the nades in the world. They're going to start to stream over this util. Penny's going to drop for Liquid. It's all a matter of what your Kindar can do. Flashed off the angle. He's got to give them space here. And so it's a 5v5 retake of A with just the pistols. Magisk strikes in the nighttime. Your Kindar gone. And this one's a safe bet now.
Yeah, just about building money for Vitality, honestly. Just keeping as many players standing is going to help them in the long run if Liquid come back in. They're making that so. Layered fights. Bit of a chase for Dupree, but minimal risk here. One flank could get interesting, but Apex has started to consider it. So knife up, good night. And 9 rounds here to Vitality as they amass a bit of momentum. Whatever Liquid do, they've got to have a plan out the gate here on the CT side. Because at this point in the game, early in the half, before anyone's set, anyone's comfortable, Vitality can redeem 2-for-1 coupons. They can take an anti-eco every gun round they win. This game can slip through Liquid's fingers very quickly, and they've been known to do so in the past.
Now we spoke about how, you know, snowbally this T side can be. Liquid don't want to be on the receiving end of that, but ultimately might not be their decision. They've lent AAA early. They've got this player in window and OC as well, but he is smoked out, leaving the B hold just to Naf. Vitality seem to have their mind made up as to how this round is meant to plan out. They've not got any contingency plans. It is just the A play, and that flash brutalizes them, but Dupree holds on. Him and Apex both bought low. Trying to get out of there, trying to get out of the danger zone, but it's crossing back. They don't survive that journey. Top mid push is red. Spinks at least alleviates a bit of the pressure with that kill there, and maybe even opens up a path into the B play.
Do Liquid want to believe? That's the question. Do they fall for it? Do they gamble? Already Nitro's set up inside of the site, but everyone else uncertain. It's gone cold, it's gone quiet. Vitality are recommitting through middle with a path laid by Spinks. The brickwork to give them this A connector, and OC's already spotted them, beckoning them into a lead. That's the info for Vitality. They find out the hard way. Do they really want to die on this hill and try and force this fight when they know there's too strong? 40 seconds. If they make a call to go elsewhere, it has to happen now. A boost up is dangerous. Gives OC a 1v1 around the siding kill. He's going to get some damage. Spinks pushed off the top, stays on it. That molly is going to make Spinks force a decision. He has to leave, running out of time, picked apart by a Liege, and ZywOo in a 1v3 that I don't fancy his chances.
Yeah, time's his biggest enemy here. There's nothing he could be expected to do in this one. Surely the molly's nice. Does deny that swing, but ultimately he's left taking fights. Even if he wins them both, there's no collecting the round. Liquid hold on to it. And they find success with the rifles when it really matters. Keeping this distance between them and Vitality. And shutting out the two supposed stars, Spinks and ZywOo, in that 3v2. It's a feel-good moment for Liquid, but they can't dwell on it for long. They don't get to enjoy the success of that round just yet. It was always going to be a grind in this one, with Vitality building a bank early. They're reinvesting. The AWP for ZywOo now makes an appearance.
And again, just keeping it simple for Vitality. They're going to do the exact same setup. Spinks top mid, 4 popping out of that A site. Spinks gets that top con smoke, and it's already info lost in middle. Liquid are paranoid about the back, but they've got to look onwards. Great flash, Yakinda dinks 2, puts them down on their last legs. Nitro sneaks back, and the site is conceded. OC can do nothing about it. Meanwhile, Spinks is a big lurk, and that bomb's going all the way back.
Yeah, lobbing in the last few bits of util to try and really sell this one, really sell the commitment. Naf kind of doting on his mind here, you know, do I want to commit to the rotate? Or am I going to stay at B? It looks like it might be the latter. He's just peeled back at the right time. Spinks caught, and this is awkward now. You were shuffling that bomb back to try and follow through with Spinks. You thought he had all this room. Suddenly dupreeh might have to be the point man. He got lost earlier on, right? Stuck out on an island inside of A, but it goes both ways. Liquid, now they know he's here. Now they've learned about him. This bomb still following through on the apartment's push. If dupreeh can get out, maybe he can look to play into this just a little later. That smoke at least keeps bodies here. Naf is leaving now. That one bit of util nearly sails them down the river. But Naf spotted them crossing. Not this van position again that Naf is just looking to become the master of. The AWP locked out. Nafly stands the test of time and will not give you that route into B.
I can't believe Naf doubts himself twice in that round. Twice Vitality try and sneak players into B, and both times he gets that perfect spot as soon as he's leaving, jumping over market, seeing the bomb coming through. dupreeh did all he could do, right? He doesn't want to commit to a fight. He knows he's going to lose it. It's all about wasting time. It's all about keeping Vitality up and Liquid out blind. But still Naf holds strong. And this consistent rock, this backbone of Liquid, continues to keep them in this series. It's so close, it's undecided, it's not guaranteed for Liquid. But they are making a damn good case since getting onto guns on this CT side.
After an underwhelming 2022 for Vitality, they made changes. They put effort in behind the scenes. They're hoping that 2023 can be their year. But that all hangs in the balance now. On top of that, it's the legacy of these players in this team. Apex, one of the most tried and tested faces of French Counter-Strike. Danes with 7 majors between them. A world-class coach and a team that was assembled to lift trophies. That was the original goal when these Vitality changes first got implemented. And it might get stripped away in the quarterfinals if they don't turn it around sooner rather than later. Liquid going for the kill. Naf getting involved over in mid. Just good for one, but it's a dink down range. Yakinda can't wrestle with the A1S, and ZywOo will best him in that head-to-head.
So much damage, but the 2 heavy hitters are out of the round, and Elige has just missed that timing to Spinks. He won't commit, he's going to wait for his unit. It could always be an AWP, and in fact there is. It's just far, far away. OC holds the line on that A-cross. Yet to come through. They have so many smokes. Do Vitality really want to dry push this with this amount of utility while it's not being announced? They need to stop Liquid from getting this control eventually, and smokes will be the pathway to do so. OC back open to the A site, and they just shoots him right through it. Nitro just getting in here in time, but he's smoked off, and that bank, that depth of util will come up good in the post plant. Vitality poised for 10 rounds. It's up to Elige on the flank.
A lot of teams would look to save here, but something feels different about this one. Elige, knife out as he moves in. Spinks is already on the angle. Wise to this treachery, wise to this trickery. Locks him out of the clutch attempt, and so Vitality looking to have their second wind. Looking to build back into this one all over again. A task that was too much for them on Overpass when victory was right there, theirs for the taking. This time it's them on the back foot and a T side where they've got to dig deep, but they've broken the money of Liquid. They are going to close this gap.
There's 2 for 1 still being cashed. I can't believe Liquid gets so hung up on mid. The OC still holding B from such a wide angle. Maybe Nitro called that he was taking A, but he was just a second later. And that second made all the difference. Vitality again, though, they've been given an opportunity. Smoking window can't be blocked. This anti-eco can't be stopped, surely. Even with a stack, Liquid put all their pieces together, all their eggs in one basket. Leaning very heavy on A.
Last time we had a round like this, Magisk, he 3K'd the Palace push. This time, he's looking to do it again. First kill found, they're not going to give him any more. They learned that this is not the move. Could get caught with the util out, but no reaction from Elige, who just waits with bated breath, hoping that Magisk runs out, back turned, and he's given time to strike. Vitality grouping behind this smoke in at ramp, and with Elige knocked out of the round, the chance of it getting too exciting is gone now. Magisk with another 3K, Nitro up close, one kill in the right direction, but it's the end of the line. Naf, just a formality now, out behind Triple, he can't complete the kill, and so Vitality get out with 4 alive, another big multi-kill round from Magisk. And they are just 1 round away from tying up this game.
We talked about the history of the Grand Slam, the way this Liquid core did it against, albeit a different French-dominant Vitality roster, losing in a grand final to these North Americans. Well, right now, Vitality, they don't want to go that far in history. They want to go recent history. They want to go Pro League finals and edge it out right at the bitter end. And those tears will be bitter, all right, tonight, for one team or the other, but who's it going to be? OC, forced kill with that double boost up in B-Apps. Liquid got exactly what they wanted. They'll rotate immediately. Leave that orb solo site, send everyone elsewhere. Spread thin. Vitality, meanwhile, just taking mid. They know they have a bit of room thanks to the orb not being in position. Nice nade, but what will they do with it? Vitality. Not commit, it seems. Reset back to these A-ramp walks. And they've been doing them pretty dry, pretty contact. This one seems to be no exception. Dupree, but be careful. They double pushed ramp. Liquid have done 2 double pushes and got away with both opening kills. Vitality, this one's really rough. How do you turn this around?
It's one of these moments where, you know, it could just be a non-starter of a round, one where the first foot set forward was so wrong, it came up so against you that it just never had a chance to build, and with Apex spammed out, Magisk tries to be the hero, but Elige and Nitro won't let him in. Liquid keep their lead, keep building on this one, and they do it fairly cleanly as well, and that could make all the difference down the line. In the case that for Vitality, one round where you're able to have, you know, a pop-off performance out of Magisk, you have him multi-killing. One round where Spinks or Zywoo goes out and finds a way to find that early 5v4, and you essentially got a 2-for-1.
And even though the playing field is uneven, right, with T-side AWPing being far more difficult, we talk about how OC needed a recovery. He threw himself right into it right there, got an opening kill. On the flip side, Zywoo's second bottom of his entire team. He is still underperforming. He's still not stepping up to the level that we need him to, considering right now we're calling him arguably best player, if not second best player in the world. He needs to show it on the stage. He needs to take matters into his own hands.
And you know, if you really wanted to think all the way back to where this series opened on Overpass, it was OC kind of calling for a couple of proactive peaks to kickstart that comeback in the first place. That round was reminiscent of that.
Nades.
Oh, they know they've got Dupree boxed in.
Ouch.
Nades bring him down so low to open up this round.
What can you do about that?
Yakindar will flush him out, and there's even more util just streaming in over the top.
Yeah, there was trying to be support from lower as well, but they got a molly down there, and Apex actually couldn't help out. Liquid are making sure every box is ticked, every I dotted, T crossed. No one in middle, and I love this setup in the mid round. We've seen Vitality take mid very late a few times now, and this might happen again. Elige is in the power position to take down Apex.
Magisk is trying to split this from top mid. Timing's going to be everything, though. These two have got to play together. And with Yakindar winning that first fight, as long as they keep their eyes fixated on lower, there's very little love for Apex in this round. Big tag from Zywoo's AWP, but it's not the killing blow. And Elige even moves in, siphons more control away from Vitality.
I think they want to save. They have nothing. They have no map control. And Elige has all the info in the world. Zywoo needed that kill to even tempt him back in. Elige checks the back, and their turn. Zywoo flicks Elige to stay alive in this round, but there is no recovering it. This one's irredeemable. 14 for Team Liquid. surely certain. A combat save for Vitality back in abs. But again, ZywOo, that tag, only that. And I love how Elige even heard that scope top mid after the first kill came through to Magisk. He doesn't hunt that kill. He doesn't try and chase ZywOo. He runs away. It's not always the fights you take, it's the fights you choose not to. And Liquid are taking this one right to the wire. 14-11, 2 away from those semi-finals. G2 waits. And Vitality, even while they change history and finally make it to the Spodek, they might be going out with a whimper in map 3. Naf's got such a cheeky spot.
If there ever was a time, it's now. ZywOo posted at CT, dupreeh moving in just ahead of this AWP. Elige pressures top mid. These pistols are closing the distance over towards A. Now they don't know about Naf, who is fine waiting at the firebox.
Kill presented. It's OC who strike first, back from CT, Spinks out of the picture. dupreeh will get that trade, and ZywOo tries to lock this AWP in, but they still don't know about the guy at the back of the site. Rent-free, it's Naf in your head. ZywOo dead, bomb loose, and he's got so much support on this palace swing, but dupreeh on top of the stairs finds a nice angle. Time is ticking. Vitality are running out of options. Yakinda with a dry swing, and dupreeh will meet that right where he started. OC, it's up to you, kid.
It's a bit of bloodlust out of Yakinda. It's left a lot of pressure on this AWP. dupreeh is on for the ace right now. Hell of a round out of him, and just OC left to beat. Apex holds as OC goes over the top. It comes down to this 1v1. dupreeh needs all 5 in the round. Stealing the hopes and dreams of NA has been this whole guy's story. He's got to keep it going. OC with the pistol, not the gun for the job, not the weapon of choice here. dupreeh, they might make it easy for him. He hears him dropping in, and dupreeh so calm, so collected, and just barely takes it over the line. Denies 15 to Team Liquid, and rises to top of the board. An ace at such a pivotal moment in this game.